to my channel. For the second episode of my 20 recipe challenge, I'm actually doing a dish that is very close to my heart, and I don't know if you could already tell from what I'm wearing. The accessories are actually from Iran. So I'm planning to do a recipe that's very close to my heart. So this is a cuisine or a dish that is from Iran. So I love Iran, I love people from Iran, I love their culture, and I definitely love their food, especially their tahdig. So my friends who've already done this rice dish or rice way of cooking rice really wanted me to do this recipe so that they could actually do it at home as well, and how I did it. So tahdig is very complicated, but honestly, if you're really cooking or doing this every day, I think it wouldn't be as complicated as it looks, because it's just like long time to do it. But tahdig is basically the bottom part of the rice, and usually it involves like using a specific how do you call it, non-stick pan or pot to cook the rice, and then at the end it becomes crispy. So in Iran, people usually fight over this. In Philippines, I used to joke about this, that we do have the tutong, which is the black part when when you burn the rice, but it's not really something you would fight over. Right? So basically I'm doing a tachin. So it involves tahdig as well. So tachin is a Iranian rice cake, and it has layers of whatever you want to put inside. Either it's chicken or lamb or even eggplants, or just keep it as it with the barberry. So barberry is one of the ingredients that you're going to use for this recipe, and that is actually called sheresh. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but you need a barberry for this one, and definitely you also need saffron. So saffron is a very expensive spice, and it comes from a flower that I can't remember the name of, but it usually has like three petals or three strands on that flower. That's why it's very rare and it's very expensive as well. So if you don't have saffron, don't even try to attempt to do this recipe, because it's an essential ingredient. And of course, I'm also going to use chicken for this dish, and I'm adding pistachios for the final touch. So I'm hoping that I would actually be able to make it crispy, first of all, to achieve the tahdig part of this rice cake. And I hope it turns out well and delicious, of course. So what are we waiting for? I'm going to show you how I did my version of tachin. So for this recipe, I'm using 1.5 cups of basmati rice, which has been soaking now for almost an hour. And to do this recipe, it will be in 3 parts. So we will have a yogurt mixture, which will be with 1 cup of non-Greek yogurt, 1 egg, 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, and of course 1 teaspoon of saffron. Also, we will have the barberry, which is sereshk in Farsi. However, my barberry is actually not a good one. I think this is already an old one. So if you have a choice, you need to actually buy the ones that are really red. Rather than this would be better. So I think this is already bad one, so I don't recommend it, but I just wanted to do this dish and wanted to show how you can cook the barberry. And of course, this is non-traditional. I'm adding raisins here as well, and I'll be using 25 grams of butter and 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. As for the meat itself, I chose to put chicken for this rice cake. I'm using here 1 leg and 1 thigh, 1 medium red onion, 4 cloves of garlic, and as for the spices, we have 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper and 1 teaspoon of curcuma. So there you have it.